Okay, so we're here with Max Marsico, who shot one under par 69 today at Bannon Trails and is very close to the lead at this point. Max, it was certainly a much different day today than it was Tuesday, wasn't it?
Yeah, it didn't blow as much. There was not nearly the same amount of wind, and even though the pins were still, tucked on a lot of holes, it was a lot more accessible today because you didn't have to try to flight the ball down on every hole.
You had a very good start, and then you ran into a little trouble in the back, didn't you?
Yeah, but I think the back definitely plays harder than the front. I think even looking at the scoring average, it's a stroke or two strokes harder than the front end is for the whole field. So the last 5 holes is definitely a tough closing stretch, and it's the type of golf course where no matter how you're playing, you can always you have to be careful on every shot because one little bounce or one little roll off and you could be in a lot of trouble.
You made a great birdie on number 14, and that's a great score.
Yeah, that's.
How did you do that?
I hit 4-iron down the left, and it just rolled into the rough, but I then had about 55 yards to the middle, I think about 70 to the pin. And I just tried to land it about 20 yards short of the pin, and it just rolled down the hill to about 10 feet. So I think I parted the first day, and I birdied that one today, and I feel like I gained a couple.
Absolutely. And you got a tough break on 18. You had a great drive and ended up in a nasty divot, didn't you?
Yeah, well, it's right over there, but where everybody hits it, all the balls feed from the slopes, so it's kind of a little bit of a potluck situation. But, it is what it is, and I'm pretty happy that I put myself in a good position for tomorrow.
What's going to be your strategy tomorrow?
Just play the golf course. I mean, I've played in a couple other tournaments where it's, you've kind of been I've been in the last group, and I think the most important thing is just, focus on your own shots and don't, you can't worry about the score because as soon as you start doing that, then, I've seen situations where either guy will start thinking it's match play with the other guy, or as if you don't need to think about that. Just hit your own ball, and what'll happen will happen.
You're right now probably 4 or 5 strokes behind the leader. Is that insurmountable in this type of course?
No. It's a link-style golf course, and as we just saw in the British Open, I think Scott looked like he looked unbeatable for 68 of the 72 holes. But you just got to keep playing, keep your head down, and then tally them up at the end.
Played really well today. If I could go back, obviously I would go change 16. But yeah, I made some birdies again early and had it going. Had a couple bogeys that were 3 putts. Which out here, long putts, you're going to do that. But, I was feeling good about my game. And 16, I hit a decent drive down the left side of the fairway. And the ball was sitting down, and I kind of had a side hill lie. But I only had 245 front. And I was 50-50 on whether or not I should go for it. And I decided to go for it and just wasn't committed over the shot. Just didn't feel comfortable over it and hit it anyway and hit it. It wasn't a bad shot, just maybe 20 yards right into the some fescue, and thought I kept a good eye on it, and so did our rules official, but we couldn't find it, and I hit it up on the green. My provisional was up on the green, but then I 3-putted that, so it was just, and then I missed a 4-footer on 17, but bounced back with a birdie on 18. So overall, I'm happy with the 70 out here. It was, this course mentally can take it out of you.
Absolutely. Well, that's a great finish, especially after the disappointment on 16.
Yeah.
Tomorrow you're going to go in with a lead. You're playing a much different golf course. What will your strategy be going into tomorrow?
I'm not going to change a thing. Play the same way I did yesterday, and just hopefully still make 6 birdies like I did yesterday. But it all depends on the weather. I have spots picked out where I want to hit it, and depending on the wind, I'll pick a club to get to that spot.
So that's the way you've learned to play Bandon Dunes, is pick a spot.
Yeah, I've pretty much, I'm a pretty safe player for the most part, but I hit a lot of 2-irons. I don't need to hit a lot of drivers, but I usually just pick a spot and a yardage, and hopefully I'd pick right with the wind, because it's tough to judge 15 to 30 mile an hour winds, how much different the ball is going to travel yard wise.
What would winning this tournament mean to you?
Oh, it would mean a lot, because this would be the biggest tournament I've ever won by far. And coming out of college, I want to turn pro, and within the next year. I got to go back and finish up, but it would just, I feel like, jumpstart me to that level. Hopefully, because a lot of you look at the names that have won this tournament, and I mean, it's all good things. So hopefully, I can make that happen tomorrow. But I'm just gonna play one shot at a time and just go have fun, and hopefully, the weather is nice to me.